everyone. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Today, Isabel's hungover.
I hate those people that are like, oh my god, I'm so hungover, I can't. Like, all they do is talk about being hungover. Like, I'm pushing 30 now.
You're not pushing 30.
Spiritually, I feel 30. Right now like 58.
Oh my gosh. I think you just probably had one too many mugs. That's it. Sometimes it hits different.
I mean, I did have like 10 drinks.
Yeah.
I was talking so much shit about my ex. I'm so embarrassed. Like, all I did all night.
That's my favorite thing to do.
I know, but it's like I trauma dumped. Someone's nice to me for 2 seconds, and it's like I was sharing the lore.
I met a girl in the airport and told her every single relationship I've ever been in, like all the tea. I'm like, she could just go and out me to anyone. But I felt free after, and that's all that matters.
Which brings us to our episode.
Cheating, liars,
criminals, the morally corrupt boyfriends that we've both been cheated on. Some of us have been the cheaters in the relationships, not Georgia, but which makes me an expert in these behaviors. And this isn't going to be an episode like, oh, let's talk about like we're going to talk a little bit about our experiences, but we're also going to talk about how to know if somebody's cheating on you.
I think that's really important because there's so many telltale signs that people ignore. And I've seen consistencies. Like, you can just tell something's up, and usually your gut tells you, but there are signs. And it's really interesting, honestly. The male brain is very funny. They're also the same.
There's so many signs that are hiding in plain sight that people ignore. And we just are here to tell you that if you're in a relationship and you think you're safe,
you're not safe.
Chances are you're not. Your boyfriend, there's probably like an 85% chance
that he's gay and he's I told someone the other night, I was like, I have a theory that if you put someone in a man in a room with another man for 24 hours and there's no cameras and you say do whatever you want and no one will ever know, 99% of men will hook up with each other.
They've already done it.
How to know when someone's cheating. Telltale signs. I'll start with, honestly, I found they get like a heightened sense of control. This is like an obvious one, but they also like, they start to like want to know what you're doing more, like want to go through your phone or like project a lot of like weirdness onto you that you may be cheating or you're doing something shady, but you're literally just acting the same. I find that's a good way to tell. Everyone that's ever cheated on me has started to be like, all worried about
accusations.
What I'm doing.
Cheaters accuse first, okay? This is called projective identification in psychology. It's when you accuse someone of the thing that you're doing, and they might not even be conscious of it. If suddenly he randomly starts getting very controlling, where were you last night? You know,
wants to come with you to Pilates.
Or I had a dream you hooked up with someone. That's a good one.
I've had that dream though.
That someone's hooked up with someone.
Yeah, but I feel like that was just like
dreams. Like, are you sure you're not cheating on me? Like, where the hell is that coming from? You know what I mean? Because they're trying to hide what they're doing. Like, it's this weird thing that they're doing. It's like a weird projection thing.
Well, that's what, when someone cheated on me, they started to project that I was hooking up with my gay best friend because we went out one night. And by the way, my gay best friend is very like obviously out of the closet gay. And I was like, that's really random take.
Classic.
Because like, it's like my bestie. Like, what are you talking about? And we had a sleepover after we went out one night and I stayed on the couch. And the next day my boyfriend was like, I feel like you guys hooked up. I'm like, this is the most random take. I just didn't want to get in an Uber and drunk in the middle of the night and drive with some random guy in LA. Like, Uber guys are really weird. So I just stayed at my friend's house. Yeah, I was like, that doesn't even make sense. But come to find out, they were trying to hide their own things.
Also, jealousy. Extreme jealousy is not passion, it's confession. I'm sorry. When somebody is so jealous, they're scared that you're doing what they're doing. They assume that everybody's like doing what they're doing and thinking the way that they think, since they're so not loyal and they're cheating on you. So if someone randomly is like super, super jealous, I think that that's probably a red flag.
Yeah.
Secure people, loyal people don't get jealous like that. Men. It's just not.
It's not a thing.
No.
Yeah, that's really true. Honestly, also when they start working out more and like caring more about their body and like start becoming like a diva, you're like, what the
random
new cologne, start smelling different.
That's like an affair thing too.
You're
they
like,
go to the gym all of a sudden. They've never worked out in their life.
And they're like all about their body, eating healthy, getting ripped on Ozempic. And you're like, what the
Like,
is going
what the
on?
hell? Oh, if they're like
What the
too
helly?
Oh, another thing that's like kind of dark, but I noticed this with my ex. We were like apart for 2 weeks. I thought he was cheating on me. He went from being like very like, and I don't want to like get TMI, just very vanilla in the boudoir. It was just a little boring, for lack of a better word. Suddenly the guy goes to LA, and where like said mistress is, comes back, and it's like suddenly he's like whipping out these new moves. I'm like, who taught you this?
That's
Like,
so
all of a sudden,
obvious.
it wasn't me. And I felt that he had been hooking up with
You know,
somebody
that grosses me out so much because
Isn't
he
that
cared more about
disgusting?
his performance than you figuring out he learned something new. And it's like, you're so dumb and ego driven that you were like, yeah, I've got this new trick that you
Yeah, and
didn't
I was
think
like,
that
all of
she
a
would
sudden,
think you
like,
found it from
you
someone
were
else.
literally the most vanilla person ever, and all of a sudden you're like
That is
crazy.
so
Like,
embarrassing.
come on, something's not adding up.
It's a really good way to
It's a
tell.
secretive thing to know.
Slower to reply, less available. That's a big one. When people start to distance themselves, they also start to like make you feel like you're doing things wrong that aren't a problem. Like you put your toothbrush somewhere.
yes.
Like they just like all of a sudden are annoyed about all the little quirky things that they liked about you and start to make out
everything
you're
you do is
such an issue.
annoying. Yeah. When they're
Yeah.
cheating on you, when they're behaving badly, suddenly like they get mad at you over the smallest things, but it's not. They're mad
Yeah.
at themselves, really.
They're
so
like,
they're not mad.
You
yeah.
know what they're doing? I realize they're trying to convince themselves that they don't like you, so it's okay that they're doing what they're doing. Like they're justified because you piss them off. It's like, well, it's okay because she's annoying me and she's not like at my standard because she doesn't act right. So like I'm totally fine for cheating on her. It's like this weird way they justify their actions, I've noticed.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're picking
Yeah.
fights to make themselves feel better.
Like they're doing something.
And I was
normal.
doing that when I felt guilty for talking to someone. Like, why am I admitting this? Like, I don't have to admit this stuff.
I
But
do
no,
not support cheating, but I support
don't-
Isabel.
I'm not a cheater, okay? I've cheated once and he deserved it.
Support women's rights and wrongs.
But when I was, and it was an emotional affair, okay? I never did anything, which is worse,
still
honestly.
cheating.
Oh, he can get over it. Okay. He's fine.
He can get
now.
over it. It's crazy. Oh my gosh.
He honestly never found out, but now he might. Sorry.
Honestly?
I don't care. Maybe you shouldn't have been a bitter loser. Okay, so sorry. This specific ex just pissed me off. Yeah, so as, you know, somebody that is guilty of having an emotional affair, I've learned I haven't done that since. When I was engaging in that emotional affair, I was constantly looking through his phone.
Yeah, you're trying to
I
find
was
something.
picking fights. I was jealous, and I didn't realize what I was doing at the time, and now I do. So I'm very aware of that now.
You were trying to justify your behavior by
Yeah.
finding something in what he was doing to be like, oh, it's okay that I did this because look, he's messaged
And I
someone
found
else, or he's
something. I like
liked something
found like a
else.
chat with him from like right when we started dating with his ex, and I was like, "You cheated on me." He's like, "You're actually unwell, dude." They were literally just like, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like,
Nah, this is so bad. This is so done. He lied. The whole relationship's a lie.
I have a good one. Testing. You know how you were saying that the guy that you were dating was talking about the girl, showing you like a girl that he had hooked up with, like that like actress that he had hooked up with.
Yeah.
Like testing, like they'll show you girls on their phone and be like, "Oh my god, my ex just like liked my photo." It's like almost kind of admitting it weirdly, admitting that they're like doing something behind your back without saying it. Like they can't help but like.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I've had this before.
You know what I
They
mean?
try and normalize what they're doing. I had one once say to me that if I went through his phone, we would have been broken up a long time ago. And I was like, that's kind of not funny. Like, what do you mean by that? And he like laughed it off. So I was like, oh, he's joking, but I don't know if he's joking. It was like he was trying to lightly like warn me. And I was like,
really
probably
bizarre.
should have gone through the phone.
You're like, thanks.
Save some time.
It was 6 months.
Ugh.
Oh, I have a good one. Over explaining. Like if the guy's
Oh,
giving
yeah.
you a 30-minute speech
Too
about
much
where he
detail.
was last night,
Too much
too much detail. I find that when people give too much detail and they're over explaining. I was at the bar, then we went to here, then the drinks were bad, and oh my god, I was so drunk. I was this, blah blah. I never asked.
Yeah, and honestly, like the little details, like we went here for half an
Totally.
hour and then we went here and I saw this person and it's like, oh my God, you actually didn't do all of that. Because if
Yeah.
someone's just telling you about their night, they're not like going into that descriptive detail. Like you're just not.
100%.
You're just like, oh yeah, we went here and then yeah, I got home at this time. Like it's casual. But all the little bits, it's like we need to make up for every minute so there's no question in the story.
Totally.
But
It's
actually,
like
that should
they're
make you question.
overcompensating.
Yeah.
And
It's
that's
so
like when
funny.
you know someone's lying when they're doing that.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, like someone canceled plans. I have this, blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't feel well. And then like, it's like when you're telling your teacher like that you're sick and you're like, oh my God, I have a and you're lying and you're like, oh my God, I woke up with like a fever. And then I was like they're like, why did you have to give me like a page explanation?
Yes. I have a really specific random one, but this is honestly a good way to tell. They'll start buying more gifts, but reminiscing on really specific memories between you both to like unlock some kind of like, it's like a distraction from what their behavior is, and it's like a way to make up for the guilty conscience they have. They're like, oh, remember this time I thought of this, so I got you this. And it's like random gifts.
Yeah.
I feel like randomly just starting to buy gifts out of nowhere is weird. It's like there's a guilty conscience there.
Yeah.
If they don't already do that, flowers and stuff out of nowhere, it's like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
What for? What are you feeling guilty about? I know
I've
we
never
shouldn't even
had
have to think
that.
that way, because people should just buy you gifts and it shouldn't be laced. But like, I feel like things I got during a period of being cheated on were to overshadow the guilty conscience.
If he is exhibiting these behaviors, ladies, like, it might be time to look through his phone. And when you're in there, don't just look through the texts. Don't just look through.
Oh, you know what you should do?
Talk about my
Search your name, search keywords. Also,
oh, that's amateur hour.
I know, but like also go through like random contacts that are listed as like therapy or pizza or like, you know, random shit, because they will hide it under dumb stuff like mom.
Yeah.
Mom's not even safe. Dad,
Mom.
go through it. What else would you
Email.
look for in a phone?
Okay, so I've gone through every single person I've dated's phone, and one time I went through a
Email.
phone. What?
The email. Sorry, I just got triggered.
Subscription confirmations?
Oh my god.
Look for those. Go to his email, type in the dating apps. They're going to delete the dating apps from their phone, but they're idiots. They forget to wipe their Gmail the way that they wipe their fucking phone.
And you'll see the
find the apps. Look up
subscriptions.
OnlyFans. You'll see everything.
You'll
I found
see.
a million emails from OnlyFans. It was
Grindr.
almost too.
I'm just saying, could be in there.
Could be anyone.
Could be anything.
Guys, don't sleep on Grindr. Ew. Sorry, I just had like a flashback. Okay. WhatsApp.
Oh, WhatsApp's a big one.
It's where the European mistresses live.
It's like the
It's
shady
normal for you though,
connects.
because when you date like an Australian, like I feel like everybody uses it in Australia, or do they not?
I mean, like, I talk to my family on it because, like, yeah, they're overseas. So, I don't know, but I just wouldn't trust anyone. I would just go through everyone's WhatsApp just to be sure.
My guy was, while I was writing him poetry, he was in, he was texting a sex worker. This is how much of a sex addict one of my exes was. He was like, I'm about to meet up with my friends for brunch. Like, do you think you could have heard hotel room? She's like, yeah, I charged 30,000 yen. And I was like, what the hell? I was like I was writing him love poems.
You're like equating yen to American dollars. You're like, what the
I'm like
fuck is going
$200.
on here?
Really?
Get a hug. That's crazy. I'm traumatized.
Streaming down my face. Oh my god, I really went through that. Like, that was someone's life. Okay, whoa. So yeah, WhatsApp.
WhatsApp's important.
So after that, what I did was I went to his Uber, because I wanted to find out if he met up with said sex worker. So I went, because he was in a different country. I went to his Uber and looked at his trips, and then I went to his bake. And I don't think he met up with her, but like, you never know.
Yeah, I do.
Telegram. You know what Telegram is?
I don't think I do.
It's basically the Silk Road of like messaging apps. So it's like very sketchy. It's like for drugs, sex. A lot of time they'll talk to sex workers. What?
I need to get on this app. What the hell?
I actually have it downloaded because my friend who lives in Russia uses it. But yeah, very sketchy. Very sketchy. So look that up.
That's actually insane. I didn't even know that was a
Reddit.
thing. Reddit? Oh, I'm scared of Reddit.
Secret Lives. I didn't know that men watch porn on Reddit. Did
Wait,
you?
what?
That's a new one I picked. I learned. Yeah. In their tabs.
So creative.
I didn't know Reddit was like a porn site. So if you go to their tabs, whole secret lives can live on
You
Reddit.
can watch porn on Reddit?
Yes.
Oh my
it's a big
gosh.
thing.
No
There's like
one's safe.
groups for like different kinks, and you can see everything. like
Wow.
r/cheap whore. That was one of my
What?
exes. Yeah, r/cheap whore. I was like,
What is
that's
the r/?
because it's like Reddit slash. So it's like
Oh.
Reddit slash like hot wives. Reddit r/ like.
Wow.
So Reddit's a good way to tell.
Honestly, I don't even really know how to tell, because like one of my boyfriends was telling me they were getting therapy and they were just sleeping with people in broad daylight. And yeah, so that's
In
kind of
broad
like you can't even
daylight?
trust them to get therapy. Yeah, broad
Whoa.
daylight. Sun was up, fun was being had. And it was crazy because like I was really genuinely hopeful that they were getting therapy. I was like, you need it so bad. You know what's great about cheating? I don't think people talk about this enough. Being cheated on. I don't know why, but for me, maybe it's not for everyone. It really helped me like realize that that's not my person. So say like a relationship ends any other way, like long distance or work, or this is difficult or something, and there's an issue that you can't get past, whatever. It's like there's still so much feeling and emotion and like hope that the relationship will be something that you want. Cheating really eradicates all of that for me. I can love someone so much, but you cheat on me and I'm like, oh, immediately you're not my person. And it's like I can't put any more time and effort and energy into that. It's a really great way for me to just be like, wipe my hands with it. And I can get over that and we can be friends. Like I can see you and be normal and civil, but it's great because it gives me the answer that I need. It stops me from wasting time with the wrong person. I think it's honestly a blessing in a way. I'm not saying like I love being cheated on, but I'm saying anyone that's cheated on me, they weren't my person, and I'm really happy.
And you can never end up with that person because you know that they're gonna just cheat
and
on
it
you
just
again.
completely taints my image of them.
Totally. And I think that like the thing like once a cheater, always a cheater is so true.
I think so too.
And I think that anything that he tells you, let's say you catch him, you find out 1% of the story, you know, that's just like a tiny portion of the story. It's always worse. Assume that it's always worse. Whatever they admit to you, there's more.
I've actually had guy friends tell me stories about how they got caught cheating with one person. They were trying to make amends with that situation with their partner. The partner had no idea there was like 20 other people. And I'm like, dude, that's insane. Like she's that upset about the one, and little does she know there was like so many other occasions. Like it's always worse than you think.
You're
only going to know
worse than you think.
Whatever you find out, and they're never going to tell you more than that. Like they're never going to go into more detail than they need about the cheating.
Never.
You only know what you find out.
You only know what you find out, so always assume that it's just the diet version of the story. Oh, I have a good one. Spotify.
What?
I was seeing a man for
That's insane.
8 months. It was a situationship. More like I saw him like once every 3 months, and he was like always traveling, and like I was like, oh my god, he's like really always traveling and doesn't have time for anyone. Like I'm the one girl that he's seeing. Like I genuinely was delusional enough to believe this.
I do that.
And it was like always this joke that like he had like Apple Music instead of Spotify, and then like one day he was like, oh actually like I made a Spotify. So of course the second I get home I look him up on Spotify and I see a playlist that's like S Heart.
Ew.
And I'm like
immediately I'm like,
and it's like 2 days ago, like love songs, like all these songs added, and I'm like, what? So I go to his followers and I find a girls playlist that says like B with a heart. And I'm like,
no.
What? So obviously I go to his Instagram, I look up his followers, look up the girl's name, like Sarah or whatever. And he's commenting on all her recent photos, like, oh my God, so gorgeous. And I was like, so I'm like, how the fuck do I confront this guy? Like, what am I going to say? I stalked your Spotify and put the pieces
how old
together.
was he? This is giving like high school MSN.
He was like 23 at the time, and I was like
That's
25.
Just not appropriate for that age. I'm sorry.
It was crazy. And so I was like, how do I confront him? Like, what am I going to say? You know, like, we're not dating. I can't just be like, I would. Next time we hang out, he gets a text message from Sarah, and I'm like, who's Sarah? And he's like, oh, like, just my friend. And I'm like, really? And he's like, literally, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, that's not what, like, I know. And he's like, what do you know? And I was like, I don't want to tell you because you're going to think I'm actually insane. And he's like, just tell me. And then I was like, well, your Spotify. And then I connected the dots, and he was like, oh. And then we, like, never spoke again. But,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it's a good way. And now you can message people on Spotify.
Have you ever had people message you and tell you that someone you're seeing is cheating on you?
No, because I don't post my people online.
Yeah, you're so smart.
I don't do that because I know better.
I had that once. So I had this video get posted on TikTok of this girl being like, there is a guy that's blah, 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 and gave very descriptive information and said that he cheats on his girlfriend. And I was like, wait, I had a stomach sinking feeling. And I was like, it's me. And I've like confronted the guy and he denied it. And then I was like, wait, no, this doesn't feel right.
You messaged her.
And he was like freaking out, messaged her, didn't show me any of the messages, but like she took the video down, ended up sending me a message being like, promise it was not about you. And I just felt like it was so shady and it so was about me. I feel like he paid her off.
Oh my God, did he pay her off?
I have a feeling, yeah, because it was so descriptively, like I just didn't want to believe it, I guess, but should have believed it. Always believe it.
Yeah, that was definitely true.
Yeah.
Always, but true. Sometimes girls will like say things like Ken Urich always talks about how people will message her about like her boyfriend.
See, I think the reason they're doing that is because she's giving it airtime. Because I saw it, I saw one today, and I was like, I think girls really want to talk to her at this point, so they're trying to just get her attention.
They're trying to be her friend.
Worked
yeah,
because she's posted about it before, and I'm like, this is so frustrating for her because she's so amazing. But I feel so bad about the anxiety that's causing, and I feel like these girls just want to be like besties with her now. So it's like at a point where what does she believe? Is it because they're reaching out because they want to be close to her, or is someone cheating? Like that's such a shitty place to be in because you're like so confused. Yeah. So I don't think you can't give it airtime. People will use that against you.
She's like me though. Like she like engages with
I love her so much.
I love her. Like she
I really
like
want her on here.
I would love
We should
that.
get her on here.
She like is so funny because she's like super like she admits to being like bothered. Like I feel like she'll like talk like respond to trolls, which is like what I do too. And like it's just like she's so relatable. And
I do that. I feel like they catch me and I'm just like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you do. Sometimes I see you like defending your life.
Yeah, I'm like, well, shut up. Like, I'm so sick of it. Like, I'll just be like having a bad day. Like, I've tripped over or something. I've hurt myself and like just like had a bad breakfast. And I'm like, then I see this comment and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, you're so annoying. And then some days, like, I'll just laugh it off. I'll be like, haha, it's so funny. It just depends my mood. But like catch me in a bad mood and I will like.
Oh, I respond. I respond to him. Fuck you. I'm not gonna let you disrespect me. I don't care if you're a bot. Like I will respond and I'll be very mean to you and way meaner than you are to me.
And like read it wrong, so like you've taken it the wrong way.
Yeah,
I've gone in and read it wrong. And I've had to backtrack and apologize and be like, they're like, oh no, like I meant it like this, and I was like, well, you're forgiven.
That's aggressive. I did that the other night, like not online, but like in person. This girl just comes up to me. I was just having a really bad night. I was like dead sober at the club, and I was just like, F this. And this girl's like, she goes, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Are you?" I hate that question. I find it very passive aggressive. But anyways, we don't want to get off topic. Well, privacy and vault apps.
Oh my god, like hidden albums and stuff?
Yes.
Wait.
Like calculator app. It's like a fake calculator. That's where the porn.
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, honey.
I'm terrified of this world.
There's calculator. There's like percentage. I think that's an app.
Like I feel like I can't date in this world anymore. It's so shady.
Because everyone's a cheater?
Yeah, I don't trust anyone.
Well, they are. And I think that you either date a man and accept that you're going to get cheated on, or don't date.
In the closet, obsessed with their ex.
I can't do the obsessed with ex.
Cheating. Yeah, I've
never done that.
That's
and
honestly,
I won't ever do that.
That's my literal worst one. It's like, don't date if you're not over your ex. Go to therapy and leave women alone. Because like I've been in a situation a few times where I've like really liked a guy, really invested in it, and then I'm like that one I told you a little bit about where they were emailing and he was calling her crazy and like saying that she's like mentally unwell and he has to be there for her as a form of support. And then I saw them emailing and I would question it and he's like, yeah, but it's just because she doesn't have anyone else. Like I feel bad for her, I'm worried about her. And then I come to find out they just were like literally plotting getting back together the whole time, and he ended up going and sleeping with her. It's like,
wait,
don't
what?
date. I kind of spoke about it. It was the surfer that said that I don't value the ocean enough for him, and kind of broke up with me for a weekend and then slept with his ex and then came back and apologized, gave me flowers.
You shouldn't be talking about values in that case.
Know, but yeah,
that's insane.
I feel like everyone's either like a cheater or they're obsessed. I don't want to be like negative, but I'm like,
no, there's some good guys out there. They're rare, but like my boyfriend's a really good guy. Like I think that there are like really nice, loyal people. And
your boyfriend seems great.
He would never. I don't want to say never because you never know, but I hope.
Never say never.
I've said that with everyone. I'm like, they would never cheat on me. Like next thing I know, I'm like going through their phone at like 6 a.m. Like,
Don't you just go through people's phone anyway? Like, don't you go through this
The
one?
guy gave me his password. I have nothing to hide. I'm like, fine.
Let
And
me be the
nothing
judge
was in
of
his
that.
text. And I was like, let me be the judge. I don't think he was expecting me to go like full FBI mode, but I did. I think that something that we need to talk about, because it's really important, is not only how to catch a cheater, but how to leave a cheater. Because that's really...
I left a cheater without even telling them I knew that I cheated.
Wow, you're better than me.
I know. Because it's actually really funny. I filmed a show while I was away. This is actually insane, by the way. I haven't told you this. While I was away filming, obviously when you're in a filming environment, you don't get to use your phone every day. So I would get a phone call every 4 days, and I could either call my family or my boyfriend at the time. And I chose to call my boyfriend because he was already like really worried about me going, and I want to be like as good as I can in the relationship. I would call him and be met with such a weird, like, he was so dismissive, rude, and would be like, make out he's really struggling and blame like mental health. And then he ended up like a few phone calls into filming, told me that one of his friends passed away and that he was going to a funeral. And I was like, oh my God, do you want me to leave this filming? Like, I'll come back, I'll be there. Like, that's terrible. I'm crying. Like, he's like really dismissive. Like, it's already, like, the damage is already done. Like, I'm going home to be with my family for this funeral, like, whatever. And I'm like, I feel terrible. I'm talking to production about if I should leave, by the way. I end up finding out when I finished filming, I've come back. I literally have like walked in to like see him for the first time in like a month, and he was really standoffish and immediately accused me of cheating. And I was like, wait, I was filming a show. He's like, what about this guy on there? Were you attracted to this one? Let me know who you were attracted to. Do you find him attractive? I'm like, what is going on? I just got off a flight. I've been filming a show for weeks. I end up finding out his friend never passed away. You know how I found out? I ended up going and seeing his mum, and I was like, yeah, it must have been really hard for him when I was away for the funeral, because he came and stayed with his mom for it. She goes, what funeral? I was like, his friend that he grew up with in like this area. She goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, didn't he come and stay here? I was like, so confused. And she's like, no. Like, so I have no idea.
That he cheated?
So I ended up finding out he cheated, and I didn't even confront it.
With
I
who?
was just like, I don't know.
Oh,
so
I didn't know that's why you broke up.
It rolled into, I found clothing in our apartment. He tried to make out it was our cleaners. It was like an extra small, and our cleaner was like,
what kind of clothing? Like size. Underwear?
No, it was like a Lululemon sports bra. I do not wear Lululemon. So a really old Lululemon sports bra. And then I ended up getting a call from one of my exes. This is how we kind of became friends. And he had tea on the relationship and said that he had, evidence of messages and things happening. I never even ended up telling this person. I just literally planned my exit and left.
That's honestly the best way to do it. Like, if I had that, but like, that's really upset. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do you know how many women it was? Like, do you know who it was?
I'm assuming it would have been a lot. I was away for like 6 weeks, so.
Oh, he was bringing girls back when you were away.
100%. Like, there was.
Did your doorman ever say? Or you didn't have one?
Look, the thing is, we had doormen, but we lived in a really nice, expensive building, and they were very loyal. But the attitude shifted when I came back. Like, it was like they felt guilty. They had this weird vibe of like they couldn't really look me in the eye. They were extra smiley and extra sweet, and I'm like, what do you guys know that I don't know?
Your door. You should ask them.
There was also a bar downstairs that was notorious for having escorts come, and because we lived in a very rich, like really expensive building, and it was a known hotspot for like meetups for women and rich men. So he literally would have had to go down the elevator into the bar, find a woman, bring her upstairs. Like, it was so easy.
That's sick. The reason why cheating is dangerous is because it not only bad for your like mental health, like it can be very dangerous to your sexual health as well. Like many people that I know have been in committed relationships for years. They go to the doctor, they get a checkup, and they have an STD.
That's so sad, because it's like, how mean. I've even heard of people like cheating on pregnant women and like giving them stuff.
Yeah, that happened to someone I know.
So terrible. Like, that makes me so sad. That's horrible.
fucking cheated on again in this world,
I will kill someone.
I
I actually like, so I've been like lightly seeing
Godspeed.
someone, and I'm so terrified of even like investing that I'm so avoidant right now, because I'm like,
you're so avoidant
if I
right
put
now.
if I put no pressure on this, I can't get hurt. So like, he's really, really sweet and like putting in so much effort, and I'm just like, leave me alone. Like, that's how I feel, because I'm like, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm vulnerable again, that I care about what someone's doing. Like, as sad as that's, I need like therapy, I guess. But like, I know with time that'll go away, but I'm just so over like people letting me down.
You've just been like really like have
over it.
had really bad luck with guys, I think.
And I think what's actually hit the hardest is like when I saw that recent guy, and he was really, really amazing for like the 4 months ish. And he like spoke a lot about that, and he's known a lot about people I've dated and like how terrible it's been. He was very supportive. And then kind of when things ended, kind of threw that trauma in my face a bit. It was like very
Oh,
much
I hate
like,
that.
oh, well,
He
you're
was like,
traumatized.
well, you've dated crazy.
Yeah.
It seems like every relationship you're in.
Yeah.
I've gotten
It's
that from
kind of
men
like,
before.
well,
Yeah.
I'm obviously triggering you, so like I'm gonna remove myself. It's like you're like making out I'm like this damaged human now because I literally asked a question. Like, I don't know, that's kind of mean when you're so supportive 1 minute, like to flip the script like that. It's just, I don't know. I don't like opening up to people and having things thrown in my face.
Don't open up to men. I don't know why people are
I'm
like
really
all of
like
a sudden
that.
opening up to men. Like, they don't get access to like that side. Like, assume that he's unsafe until you agree to be boyfriend, girlfriend. Like, I don't trust men, and I don't think that they're, no offense,
Guilty until proven innocent. There's just a male in the room. No offense to the
literally a male in the room, and I'm like, men are 100% of the time they're cheating on you. They are horrible human beings. They're gay.
Oh my
They're-
gosh, we're the
They're
worst.
serial killers.
Yeah, this is so negative. Honestly, I'm just venting, but I
This is what,
actually,
you hang out with me for 2 seconds. I'm like
there
such a
are,
man
like,
hater.
There
I'm
are
so-
gems out there. Like, I know a girl that's dating this really beautiful like finance guy, and they live like a really beautiful life, and like he really loves her, and I'm like, that's what I want, you know? So I'll wait till that. But I'm just finding the bad ones. It's literally me. I'm gonna blame myself, and I'm gonna start being more selective.
Yeah. So for those of you struggling to leave your cheater boyfriends, I get
Yeah.
it. It's hard, right?
It's
Like, have you ever stayed with someone after they've cheated on you? Like, have you given someone another chance, or have you always left?
The thing is, I get so deeply wounded by the betrayal of cheating, I actually can't physically do it. I have to leave. Yeah.
That's
I can't
really
even-
amazing.
I can't even entertain it. I literally get repulsed by them.
Like, it gives you the ick.
Yeah, it's such an ick for me. I'm like, oh, you're so... One, you're either intimidated by me and you want to devalue me, or you need so much validation that one woman is not enough. And that just instantly triggers an ick for me. So I want
Ego,
nothing to
it's
do
all
with
ego.
it.
Yeah, totally.
If you can't be secure with loving one person, that's an ick to me.
Yeah.
So I can't
yeah.
look at you the same. I just can't.
Totally.
You're gross.
I always kind of judged women for going back to cheaters, or for giving guys another chance that have cheated on them, and like,
I don't judge that though.
but I was always like, that'll
Yeah.
never be me. And then I got cheated on, and you
Yeah.
never know the way that somebody's being manipulated and the covert narcissism that goes into it. And you know, when I caught my ex cheating on me, I expected, how could you go through my phone? You know, projection. Instead, he broke down. He gave me a storyline. This happened to me as a child. This is what happened with my parents. I'm broken. I hate myself. And I saw the inner child in him. And actually, I didn't realize that what he was doing was, in fact, like very manipulative. He was weaponizing his trauma and
that just made me
his
sick.
he was wet. And suddenly I was comforting him. And I was like,
It's like,
why the fuck am I you
yeah.
cheated on me, and somehow I'm the one saying, it's okay, calm down.
Have you seen those videos on TikTok lately of people like laughing, and then their boyfriend's like wailing on the floor because they've just been caught cheating?
Men are so
One called the
fucking arrogant and
paramedics because he was having an anxiety.
my guy lost like 30 pounds. I was like, why did you lose weight?
Someone in the comments was like, that's such a slay, because like now they have a medical bill and they've got no access to you
It's
anymore.
like what my ex was doing.
I love
He was like,
that.
I haven't gone to the gym. Like, oh, like,
And like the
The
way they
waterworks.
wail, and they're like, oh.
he was
It's like,
he was on the floor, having
disgusting.
hyperventilating, crying, shaking, having panic attacks. And suddenly by day 3, I was like, you, I'm the one that got betrayed. And I realized tears are very dangerous, right? At one point, and he was crying. He immediately was crying. Men who cry bawl when caught. That's very
I love
manipulative.
emotions, but when you're using them in the wrong setting, like wailing when you've been caught out for something, like, you know,
Your
that's
ex
not
did that.
okay. Oh my God, the guy. Which one?
He who shall not be named.
Voldemort. Yeah.
He looks like it. He looks like Voldemort.
He actually does. Yes, that one was really crazy because he caught him texting his ex and he was like wailing. I never even went into the information, by the way. He in fact was texting his ex over the Christmas break. I never even delved into that in the episode. That's the way I found out.
Yeah.
She would speak to them about it, how he was sending her videos and messages over the Christmas break. And then I've come in after Christmas, after ending it with him, and I found out everything I thought was correct. He was messaging her. And the wailing that he put on, like the performance, I'm like,
always a performance.
You're not
Tears.
upset. You're mad that you got caught.
Yeah.
Like, don't cry
Also,
and do that bullshit.
But a lot
So
of girls fall for the crying because they're like, oh, he feels bad. He's look at him. He's so broken. A good person would, like a bad person wouldn't be crying. False. Everybody cries. Crying doesn't mean that you're good. It just means that you're a human being. Like,
honestly,
people cry. It's not hard, but it has nothing to do with that they feel bad for you. It's themselves. It's their, oh my God, the loss of control. They got caught. And that's why I told my boyfriend, never cry in front of me. I'm sorry. I find it very manipulative. Never. I don't want to see a man bawling, crying.
I mean, like,
if your grandma dies, a couple of tears here and there, but don't ever cry in front of me. No, it's a trigger for me.
You're like, men cannot have emotions. It's so
I think
unhealthy.
it's weird. I think it's very weird.
The way that's
I don't
so
wanna see you
dangerous,
cry.
that sentence. Men can definitely cry. Let me preface what she's trying to say. Don't use it in a situation of like guiltiness and like as an out. You can definitely cry if you're having a tough day. If like you're going through something, you get fired. I don't know, you can cry for sure. Everyone's allowed to cry. It's an emotion.
I don't want to date a man who
Don't
gets fired.
use it in an argument as a way of like checkmating someone. That's really manipulative, and that's not okay.
It's manipulative, and it's covert narcissism, which is the most dangerous branch of manipulation. And it's also
Go off, queen.
don't, because that happened to me. And you know what? I will admit this. I stayed with him after the most unimaginable things that he had done to me. Somehow his pain, it was like I loved him so much that I didn't want seeing him break down like that made me feel so in pain. And then in the process, I was like, am I forgetting that this is somebody who completely like f***ed me over? And my friends were like, what are you doing? And I was like, but he's really struggling and he's so f***ed up and this happened and this. They're like, well, that sucks that happened to him, but like that's not an excuse. And it has, but I'm like, he's threatened his life now. He doesn't know, like, what if he like actually kills himself? And it's like,
that part is so
I thought he was going to.
dangerously manipulative because like obviously as someone who cares and has invested in a relationship, you don't want anything bad to happen to anyone ever. But it's so manipulative for them to put that onto you. That's not okay.
Self-harm threats, never
Not
okay. Ever.
Always tell them to go and get help, get therapy.
Yeah, it's just so big no. Don't ever do that to someone, and make sure nobody ever does that.
Well, that guy that I was seeing that was doing that, saying that his mental health was not great, ended up, going and sleeping with 3 people. So I'm like, your mental health had to pick up at some point. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't obviously that low.
Men who always talk about my mental health, this as an excuse for cheating, like,
they know that
I
gets
have mental
women.
health problems too.
I'm also not traumatizing people because I have trauma. Like,
that's the thing. Mental illness is not an excuse to be abusive. Okay, we see this with Kanye West. Like, just because somebody is mentally ill, in the documentary, like, you cannot be abusive to people and then cite it as my mental illness.
Yeah, I feel like you can't ever weaponize that. But yeah, honestly, there's no excuse for cheating. It's a choice. If you make it, goodbye. I feel like you shouldn't be with someone that cheats. You should know your worth. You'll find someone that doesn't cheat, and that's what I'm hoping for. I don't want to be with someone that I have to regain trust in. I feel like once the trust is broken for me, it's done. I don't know how you feel about that, but I'm a very like, I can't get over that stuff. I could try, but I would never will. Like,
Yeah.
I just never will. There's always going to be that insecurity popping up. I'm going to be on edge. I'm going to be wondering if he's alone or doesn't reply for too long, like what he's doing. I wouldn't want him to go on trips without me. Like, there's just so much that you have to rebuild. Like, don't be afraid to let go of a cheater, I would say.
Yeah.
There's
It's
there's
hard
better
to do
people
so,
out
though.
there. Like, you will find someone that worships you, that really doesn't even entertain the thought of other women. And I've seen this in men that are so flirty with everyone. They find that woman and they literally don't even look at anyone else. And it's like, even the most playery type of men, when they find the right person, I genuinely believe they don't want anything else. And you'll find that person too. You will. I think you just haven't found your person if they cheat on you, and that's what I love about being cheated on. They're not my person.
But it's hard to leave because you're like,
rip off the Band-Aid.
But a way that I left was I told everybody.
Yeah.
As a way to hold
accountable.
myself accountable, because I knew that if I was if I kept it to myself, I told my best friend, I told my mom, I went into detail, so that I had to leave. You know, my parents aren't going to let me be with somebody that did that to me. My friends aren't going to let me walk down the aisle. And my friends were like, you want your wedding guests to like cheer for you, not pity you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I was like, but
the shame will help you stay accountable. Like,
I was so shameful. Like, I was like, my friends were like, I'm not going to tell them that I'm going to his house. Like, they are just going to think that I have no like respect for myself. And my parents, like, I'm smarter than that. And I wasn't. And I just think,
that part always helps me because I always talk about what I'm going through. Like, even when I was going through this situation with that guy, I told you and I held him accountable, which then makes me feel like an idiot if I take him back, you know? So I think speak to people about it for sure. Don't keep it to yourself. Talk to people you can trust about it, and they will help you rationalize your exit. Like,
and it's hard because you miss them and you want to be with them, and they seem so apologetic. But like, I gave my guy another chance. I don't know why I like shoved it under the rug. It was a new relationship. I didn't want it to end. You know, I wasn't ready for it to end. I was like, he did this thing. It's really, really bad. But he gave me an explanation, and he said, you fixed me. You saved me. Because if you hadn't confronted me, who knows? Maybe I would like, it was a really bad habit that I was doing. And, you know, something involving, you know, talking to people online in a sexual way.
Oh, you shouldn't be a lesson though for someone. You
know,
and
he was like, you saved my life. Yeah, exactly. And so I like thought that I was the savior. I was like, oh, I finally like got him out of this horrible, you know, dark place. I know, it's an idiot. And but guess what? Then he's like, 2 weeks, haven't done it. Like, are you proud of me? Go on his phone that night.
And he infected.
Go on his email. Subscription confirmation from the app that he was using to talk to people.
Isn't that disgusting? Like, I'm sorry, he's like
I don't know
celebrating
how I didn't
his
get
2-week mark at not cheating on you. That is you are disgusting for that. To be even proud of yourself for 14 days of loyalty is,
and it
where is
wasn't
the bar?
He was lying too. He didn't even make it a week.
He wasn't even loyal.
And then I'm a sex addict. It's like, okay, so now we're like diagnosing you. Oh, because you're a sex addict. Like, suddenly, what else?
He was a sociopath. That's what he was.
Well, he was deeply ill. So.
Yeah, so get away from me. People that are like traumatized and do things because of their trauma, don't date. That's my answer for that.
Just don't date the guy with like all this heavy stuff and baggage and
Mr. Struggle.
You don't want to say, oh, this happened, woe is me. Like, yeah, like it's nice at first, and then you're like, this guy fucking sucks. I don't want to hear about how much you hate your life and how much you grew up in such a hard way. Like,
you shouldn't have to fix someone. Like, whole life I've had broken wing syndrome, my mom says. Like, I always go for the ones that need a little bit of a fix, and I'm like, let me like get my handy tools out and help you. Like, honestly, why am I fixing someone? You should be fixed. Like,
I'm the one.
You're
not
an art project. Fixed. You should just be like ready to go, step up to the level that I need you on.
Empathy without boundaries is self-destruction. So if you find yourself being very empathic towards somebody who cheated on you or somebody who wronged you because you see their inner child and you love them so much and you believe that they can change, just remember that, like, at the end of the day, like, I had so much empathy for somebody. Now he's fucked off, moved to a different place. He doesn't give a shit. Where was I was up coaching him, telling him to meditate and like helping him through what I thought was like this serious mental problem.
I've been there.
And now he's like living like La Dolce Vita, like completely like totally fine. I'm like, yeah, you don't seem like you're struggling to me. Like, what did I get out of that? He doesn't give a shit. If I was struggling, he wouldn't care. So it's like, stop giving your all and draining yourself trying to make people that wouldn't do the same for you like heal and become better people. Like, it's like, and become healthy. Like, I was nursing this guy back to health because he was so traumatized for cheating on me, and I lost myself in the process.
It's not a bad thing to want someone to be like completely healed and normal. Like, if you see all these signs in someone, you're like, oh, this is a lot going on. It's not a bad thing to just be like, it's too much for me. Like, you don't need to fix everyone. I feel like women especially, like, they get emotion involved and they're like, oh, but I can't now because like he needs me. Like, no, he'll be fine.
He doesn't need you.
He does
That's
not
the thing.
need
He'll
you.
find a new girl and literally
he'll go to the bar next door and find 10 if he wants. He does not need
Men
you.
have it very easy. Like, they really do. They can move on quickly, and they do move on quickly. And maybe in our next episode we should talk about when he moves on, what it means, and kind of how to get over that.
Yeah,
because there's a lot there. Men move on very quickly.
They seem as though they do, but they just like
they bottle it up. Yeah, exactly.
With other women. That's why a lot of men that you meet are not over their ex, because they're just using other women to fill that hole of like loneliness, and like they don't want to be alone. They don't want to face the feelings of the breakup, so they quickly go out and they quickly entertain other women. And then when they're home with their thoughts, they're like, I miss my ex, because they haven't dealt with it. And meanwhile, the ex, the woman who's dealing with it right most of the time, is processing it. They're picking up new hobbies. They're going to hang with their friends. They're crying it out. They're talking it out. They're getting therapy. They're actually moving forward. That's why they get over it. And then 3 months,
exactly.
3 months later, the man is spiraling and he's not happy.
He's calling you, yeah.
And the woman is good, like, because the way that men and women deal with stuff is so different.
So different. Men
you
bottle.
always think men don't care because they go out and just party.
They care later.
They're caring, but they're masking it, and then they care worse around like 3 months.
My ex called me like 2 years later. I thought he like had gotten over it, and I was like, he like
always
skips the heartbreak. How dare he move on first? And he called me being like, oh, I'm really feeling it. And I was like, yeah, I was feeling it too, but I actually
2 years later, you're like,
I'm like, really?
Delayed
like,
reaction.
Now I'm realizing you actually weren't that bad. And I was like,
wow,
thanks. Like,
is this good? Is this bad? I don't know. That's
troll.
Crazy. Yeah, men really like postpone those emotions.
Yeah. But cheaters, love to hate them. Like,
honestly, you can be friends with them down the track. Like, get over the feeling. I don't know.
I'm not gonna be friends with anyone.
They're just not for you in that sense, I fear. But you, each to their own. Like, I support if a woman takes a cheater back, you know? You do your thing. Maybe they'll change. I don't know. I doubt it.
I will never judge somebody for taking a cheater back because I know it, but just know that
I'm judging you.
It's never
kidding.
You're gonna resent them if you don't already.
It's
And
it's
you
easier.
deserve more.
It's easier to move on than have to retrust someone. I'm sorry.
Totally.
You think it's hard to like miss someone and move on? It's actually harder to rebuild trust from the bottom when it's broken. So if you think you can do that, you can definitely move on.
And I get it. It's hard. You love them. And like, I found myself justifying it being like, well, everything is perfect because we'd never fought. Like, the relationship was amazing except that one thing, which was his infidelity.
Which then it's not
Which is
perfect.
a big but. Yeah. It's like saying, oh, when he hit me, but it's like, no, these are big things that we have to focus on. It's the bare minimum in a relationship. Loyalty,
trust. And loyalty. Like, you don't want to, these things escalate down the track when you need to rely on someone if you're going to get married and have kids, like, to show up for you, to be loyal. Then if they can't do it now without any of those factors, then they're not going to be able to do it then.
You don't need to end it today too. Like, my thing is, like, everybody was like, did you end it? Did you end it? Did you end it? I was like,
microdose the breakup.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm getting there, bro. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
I always do that.
Stay until you hate them. Stay until you hate them.
This is what I do. I actually despise them by the time I leave. So I will realize what they've done, or like I'll get an inkling. I'll start to emotionally like break up with them, but I'm not physically breaking up with them. So it starts with like, I've noticed who they are. I start to see the patterns, like, or I find out that something's happened. And then I'm starting to like, okay, this is not someone I want to be with. This is like, I don't need this person in my life forever. what's living without them looking like to me? And it's growing, right? And I'm planning the exit. By the time it happens, mentally I was already there. So it makes it so much easier. That's one thing I will say. I do that very well, because people are like, how did you get over that? I was getting over it for a while behind the scenes.
That's what I did. It took me months to leave my cheater, but I did it. And I think that at your own pace, don't feel the pressure. It doesn't have to be today. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. Just plan for it in your head and say you're working towards the goal of leaving the person that's cheating on you, the person that, is... Every relationship is different, and I think that I'm so hungover. Sorry, I just blacked out. What were we talking about? Are we almost done?
Here we are. And on that note, let's end this.
Sorry, I'm still drunk from last night. I
should have come out. You went to Shay?
Yeah, it was horrible. Everyone was
cute?
bald and old.
What's with the clientele there at the moment? It was so popping for a second. It's gone downhill so quick. Should we get a pizza after this?
Yeah. Do you want to go somewhere new?
Yeah, maybe. This is probably not.
I want to go shopping. I just got paid. I want to burn it all. I'm literally living paycheck to paycheck. It's so fun.
Isabel's so funny. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let's wrap this up
for now. Good episode.
Love you guys. See you next time.
Drop your rate, repost, comment,
follow, share,
send to your
subscribe.
friends, and just know that you're not alone, and you will leave that cheater.
Cheaters are gonna cheat,
and you will
again.
catch that cheater.
Yeah,
if we have anything to do with it.
Cheaters accuse,
Cheaters cheat back, cheat first, always. Love you.